Hey everybody, it's me, Pastor Scott Boggs. This is going to be our 5-minute coffee break with Pastor Scott here on YouTube. So I wanted to talk into something. Over the last week and a half or so, I released a whole bunch of reels that were encouraging people to go for their dreams, to start businesses, to write the song or to complete the book or whatever it is that you feel like you were gifted to do, and those things that you feel alive doing, to step out there and take the risk of actually doing something with it. And I was encouraging everybody to dream big and not be afraid, and not to go to your grave saying, I wished I had done that, or I wished I'd tried, but to try and go for it. I've also given the caveat, I've given the prerequisite, the warning that it is true that not every dream or everything that a person goes for and attempts to make happen works. There's no guarantee that you're going to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish or get established what you're trying to get established. And I also want to make it clear and just put like a disclaimer on here that if you're looking for somebody to lead you or be a mentor to you and to teach you how to go out there and make millions, I'm not the guy. I am not the guy. Okay? Granted, my wife and I, we are self-employed, and granted, we do have some diversified things, and we do a lot of things that we've had to work really hard to get to where we're at. But even where we're at, it's nothing really like to write home about and brag about or be all boastful. Like you're probably never going to see me, doing some kind of real, like counting $100 bills or something, or being silly and talking about my millions driving in a Lamborghini or anything of that nature. I really have a pretty simple faith in materialistically, not any real huge lofty goals. I honestly want to have enough. I want to have my rent paid. I want to be able to have the food on the table. I want to be able to take my kids to a doctor. I want to be able to maybe get a pizza here and there, go to see a movie on a date night with my wife, and at least get away a couple times a year. Maybe for a weekend, and then maybe for like a week for vacation. And so my ambitions aren't really huge and high. I don't need a real expensive car. I just need a car to get me from point A to point B. I've never been really driven for materialistic things like I see a lot of people are. I think that's because I found in my in my 20s, that most things, especially being an addict in my 20s, I found that the fleeting come and go good feelings that came with chemical dependencies, with drugs and drinking and a whole bunch of external things that I was turning to make myself feel good for a little bit, was exactly that. It only lasts for a little bit, and then it wears off, and I'm back to just being kind of down and out again and needing my next thing or my next fix. And what I found is that those dopamine releases, those drug-endorsed endorphins, drug-induced endorphins that make you feel good for a little bit, it's really no different than when somebody gets their next big check or buys the new car or gets the real expensive purse or the designer shoes. Yeah, it feels good for a little bit, and it wears off, and you're going to need the next pair of shoes. You're going to need that next big check. You're going to need the newest, most expensive iPhone, and so on and so on. So I kind of got off that whole paper chase thing quite a while ago. And one of the verses in the Bible is when Isaiah, a prophet, had said these words. And it just completely gave me a completely different mindset and a logic that's different, a lot different than what I see on a lot of social media pages and what I'm seeing a lot on Instagram. And, and I'm kind of new to this social media influencing thing. But what I see a lot of is how to get more, how to get more, how to get more, how to get more, how to get more. And my life was kind of wrecked and rearranged and reestablished. And I've been building myself on the words of an old sage, some old wisdom from antiquity, from the prophet Isaiah, who once said, "Why do you work so hard for things that do not satisfy?" So at the end of the day, all I need is what I need. And I want the people around me to have what they need. And knowing that I'm getting my needs met and the people around me are getting theirs, it's very satisfying. Enough is enough. So, okay, that was my message today. And disclaimer of, don't follow me if you're hoping to make millions. I'm hoping to just share things that bring contentment, peace, and a pretty decent life. Glory to God. Okay, love you guys. Have a wonderful week. Peace.